Hello everyone, this is Tejaswini. I am studying first MCOM at AS National College, Gauribidnur. At this moment, I would like to thank my project guide K. Nagavani ma'am, Faculty of Department of Commerce. Today I am discussing about sampling methods. Sampling methods in research methodology, how to choose a sampling technique for research. In order to answer the research questions, it is doubtful that researchers should be able to collect data from all cases. Thus, there is a need to select a sample. The entire set of cases from which researcher sample is drawn is called as population. Sampling process steps. Clearly define target population, select sampling frame, choose sampling technique, determine sample size, collect data, assess response rate. Stage 1. Clearly define target population. It means the first stage in the sampling process is to clearly define target population. Population is commonly related to the number of people living in a particular country. Stage 2. Select sampling frame. A sampling frame is a list of the actual cases from which sample will be drawn. The sampling frame must be representative of the population. Stage 3. Choose sampling technique. It means prior to examining the various types of sampling methods, it is worth nothing what is meant by sampling, along with reason why researchers are likely to select a sample. Taking a subset from chosen sampling frame or entire population is called sampling. In general, sampling techniques can be divided into two types. First one, probability or random sampling. Second one, non-probability or non-random sampling. Probability sampling techniques or can be follows: simple random, stratified random, cluster sampling, systematic sampling, multi-stage sampling. Second one, non-probability sampling. It includes quota sampling, snowball sampling, judgment sampling, convenience sampling. First one, probability sampling. Probability sampling means that every items in the population has a equal chance of being included in sample. One way to undertake random sampling would be if researcher was construct a sampling frame first and then used a random number generation computer program to pick a sample from the sample frame. It can be follows methods. First one, sample random sampling. The simple random sample means that every case of the population has equal probability of inclusion in sample. Disadvantages associated with simple random sampling includes: it also includes a complete frame. In some studies, such as surveys by personal interviews, the cost of obtaining the sample can be high if the units are geographically widely scattered. Next, the standard errors of estimators can be high. Second method, systematic sampling. Systematic sampling means is where every nothing case after a random start is selected. For example, if Surviving a sample of consumer, every fifth consumer may be selected from your sample. The advantages of this sampling technique is its simplicity. Third method, stratified random sampling. It means is where where the population is divided into strata and random sample is taken from each subgroup. Fourth method, cluster sampling. Cluster sampling is where the whole population is divided into cluster or groups. Subsequently, a random sample is taken from these clusters, all of which are used in final sample. Cluster sampling is advantageous for those researchers whose subjects are fragmented over large geographical areas as it saves time to money. It includes choose cluster grouping for sampling frame. Number each of the cluster. Next, select sample using random sampling. Fifth stage, multi-stage sampling. It means automobile magazines were to conduct a survey, it could simply take a random sample of automobile owners within the entire Malaysian population. Obviously, this is both expensive. Next, non-probability sampling. It means is often associated with case study, research design and qualitative research. With regards to the latter, case studies tend to focus on small sample and are intended to explain a real life phenomena, not to be make statistical inference in relation to the wider population. It can be follows methods or quota sampling. It means quota sampling is non-random sampling technique in which participants are chosen on the basis of predetermined characteristics so that the total sample will have the same distribution of characteristics as the wider population. Next method, snowball sampling. Snowball sampling means is a non-random sampling method that uses a few cases to help encourage other cases to take part in the study, thereby increasing sample size. Next method, convenience sampling. It means is selecting participants because they are often readily or easily available. Typically, convenience sampling tends to be favored sampling technique among students as it is inexpensive and easy option compared to the sampling technique. Next method, judgmental sampling. It also called as purposive or judgmental sampling. It means is a strategy in which particular setting persons or events are selected deliberately in order to provide important information that cannot be obtained from other choices. It is where the researcher include classes or participants in the sample because they believe that warrant inclusion. The table can show technique, strength, weakness of the judgment sampling. Stage 4, determine sample size. It means in order to generalize from a random sample and avoid sampling errors or bias, a random sample needs to be of adequate size. What is adequate depends on several issues which often. The table can show sample size based on desired accuracy sources. Stage 5. Collect data. Once target population, sampling frame, sampling technique, and sample size have been established, the next step is to collect data. Stage 6. Assess response rate. Response rate, it means a response rate is the number of cases agreeing to take part in the study. These cases are taken from original sample. In reality, most researchers never achieve a 100% response rate. Reason for this might include refusal to respond, ineligibility and to respond, inability to respond, or the respondent has been located but researchers are unable to make contact. In some response rate is important because each non-response is liable to bias the final sample. Conclusion. In this paper, the different types of sampling methods or techniques were described. Also, the 6 steps which should be taken to conduct sampling were explained. As mentioned, there are 2 types of sampling methods, namely probability sampling and non-probability sampling. Each of these methods includes different types of technique of sampling. Non-probability sampling includes quota sampling, snowball sampling, judgment sampling, and convenience sampling. Furthermore, probability sampling includes simple random, stratified random, cluster sampling, systematic sampling, and multi-stage sampling. Thank you.